Supernova, you up first, man. Hit us with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Demi Williams from Tech Radar reports that Sony has confirmed that Stellar Blade, not Glade, in-game arts alluding to a racial slur will be patched out with the day one update. Screenshots show that the word hard can be seen painted on the wall next to the R shop, which indicates the location of an NPC called Roxanne and her store, resulting in the unfortunate reference to the racial slur when combined. The word hard is graffiti can be found throughout the game in numerous places, however, and is used as a generic scenery dressing, quote unquote. But they did say that they're going to patch this one out day one, and the game itself drops April 26th. So you may not be able to see this when you go play this game in the future. So I'm going to ask you first, Lady Infamous. So PlayStation states that this is unintentional and is being removed in the day one patch. What is your take on this being present in the game in the first place and the quick removal?
Like, why didn't they go through it? I know they got testers. They got testers testing the games. So no one said to them hey, this on the wall.
Do you really think we testing the game?
I'm just that part. I'm just saying
it ain't us.
And that is really the problem, because if you don't have people that look like us in the industry, they probably would have told somebody hey, you know what? This on the wall might be offensive to some people, but they don't have it. So it's like ignorance in a way, and they did it to make people mad, and it actually worked. And it conveniently this news came out 1 or 2 days before the actual release. So it is what it is. All press is good press, I would say. But did it offend me? No, because it's things like that happen all the time throughout games. There's always something offensive. It's always something that's overlooked. It's something that they didn't see and they took it back and they're like, my bad. But then you're in a position that you could avoid that. Mm-hmm. And people don't. And it is what it is. Now, people being fake upset. Look, you fake upset because you just saw it. If you recognize it from the beginning, from a long time with, people like us trying to find a space, we need that. So it didn't faze me at all. But it was a thing to get them mad. It was a thing to get the people mad. And it worked. Yeah. Because I saw it today on Twitter.
It was everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was inescapable out here, actually.
Yes, it was. It was escapable because I was talking to LBOOGIE all day. All day after work.
So, if you want to get away from it, go talk to your friends. Get off the internet.
Right. That's it. Touch grass, basically.
I'm gonna toss the question to you next, Boogie. What's your take on it being present in the game and its quick removal?
I mean, at least they removed it quick, because I don't know if you guys remember when Atomic Heart came out. It had some
real
racist shit, and people still played, and that shit was still there. I'm like, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, it's this is just a new thing, like Lady said,
Do you err on the side of it being intentional? Because I know that Sony and them said that this is unintentional. My bad. We removing it real quick. Do you think
they could have dipped that in a bud before? It could have, like I said, it could have been avoided. It could have been avoided.
Yeah, but the only way it's going to be avoided is if they hire more of us, and not only hire more of us, but put us in positions where we have
influence to make those decisions,
to make changes. If we're all just contract QA testers, we don't mean nothing. Our opinion doesn't mean shit. So I mean, that's the problem. That's the real issue. That's what we keep talking about. I mean, 2020, everybody wanted to have their black profiles, and then it was over like a flash in the pan. They back to the same old. Yeah,
now they're trying to make DEI a slur,
right.
Which is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's really happening for real.
Yes.
I mean, but it's gonna be something next, right? Like it was CRT. Like, oh my God, they're teaching our kids CRT. Like, okay, well they're not now. So now let's find something else. So now it's woke.
Mm-hmm.
So now we done twisted woke into being what we want it to be, right? And then now DEI. So it's like, okay, so what's the next thing?
Yeah, they're definitely trying to let one bad apple spoil the bunch with the DEI thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So what about you, Delila? What's your take on this?
Man, I really don't have a take, to be honest with you, because it's I'm glad that it's being removed. I think that it takes a lot to put a graphic and art into a game. So to me, it's you knew what you was doing, you put it in there. But for them to not catch it, like I don't know. I'm just glad it's gonna get removed. I don't really have some super take about it or some whole theory on they need to stop yada yada, because we see this all the time. It's not like it's like Boogie said, this is not anything new. Like I remember one situation like with Halo when they had the banner they did the man. That was embarrassing. I mean,
yes,
like,
it was.
you know,
I remember that.
So it's like these things happen, and it's unfortunate. But the solution is to have more representation, or to a consulting company that people want.
And they are out there. There's lots of them,
and there's more than just that one, right? It's more than
Right.
just that one. That you can use to consult to help you with like creating proper hair, you know, in art, or getting the culture right. Like those resources are there and available for you. You just got to tap into them. And, you know, with Stellar Blade being like, you know, a Japanese company, and, you know, Sony being a Japanese company, it's no surprise to me, because we're only 13% in the United States, but it's even far less in other countries. So, you know, kind of is.
Yeah, they're definitely very homogenous over there in Japan.
Well, it's a Korean.
It's Korean.
Yeah, it's Korean.
Korean. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, Sony's a Japanese company publishing a Korean game, so it's like, yeah. I mean, my point still stands, no matter.
No, for sure.
Country, you know, so yeah, I'm just glad it's getting removed, and hopefully they'll put something in place that, you know, don't take away from the art of the game, and that still feels natural to the game. But it's always unfortunate when you see these things.
Yeah, because I was trying to find the screenshot, because I thought I saw some screenshots of them actually replacing it with something else. I forgot the word. It was like
crime.
Like it was crime. Yeah, was it blue and white or something like that? Blue and white outline or something like that. So it's very similar.
And crimer is a UK slang term for African American.
No, it's
no.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Okay. Hold on.
Can you put the definition, please?
Yeah, that's wild. If that's the thing, to be honest. Somebody else in chat said, they changed it to crime too. Yep, crime.
They need to just take the R shop part and move it.
Yeah, put it somewhere else.
That's it. They could have put it somewhere else. Yeah,
man. They want the R. They want the R. They're like
it's seeming like it.
Yo, he right. I got you.
It is, yeah.
Criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal.
Wow. So
I swear. I think people are memorized by the yams and really don't see how.
Mesmerized by the yams.
They memorize by the yams.
Let's be real, Lady Infamous. If this was on another platform, it would get dogged like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Are you referring to the Xbox tax?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe.
There'll be 30 articles already about it. You know what I mean? Ongoing.
Yeah.
But you know that's not real though, right?
I've heard. No, but it changed from hard R to crimer, which is great, I guess. It was like, we'll show them.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
We're just gonna
why
make
even put anything else there? Like, why not just erase what was there?
Yeah.
And let that be it. Why are you replacing it with something?
That's a great question.
You're just like, it's so stupid. And I'm tired of hearing the excuse that they're in Japan or they're in Korea, because if we go there, they want us to know their customs and behave accordingly.
And
so
spend our money.
If you're going to sell shit here, please know our racism and act accordingly.
Yeah. especially if you have a global product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't at that point. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm just gonna just deal with what we got over here."
Right.
You know, it's gonna be global. Let's act like it a little bit.
Yeah, because it definitely reminds me of like when you had Spider-Man 2 had the was it the flag, and it was the wrong flag.
Yeah, the Cuban flag. Yep.
And it's like that's easy to catch. Like I don't sometimes I don't understand. Like
Yeah, and then imagine like because that was a part of the game to where like you would see that, right? And like so many people reviewed that game and probably never gave them a heads up. I think that's what happened with this with Stellar Yams. Like a reviewer found that and sent it to Sony or whoever was in charge. Yeah.
Like if you're in the tech world, it's a lot that goes into checking in and checking out code and validating what goes in, and like you said, was it QA? I'll say Q&A, QA, check balances and all that within game development in general. So when something slips through there, it's like no one caught it until it was out there. That's typically how it goes.
Yeah.
Because they're very particular with who's checking in and checking out code, man. So
Right.
Your name is definitely attached to it, and you might they might right click and go to blame and see all of what you do.
Your name is attached to the person who approved the code to go out. Like it's all tagged, like every little movement.
See the whole history, the tree, and everything.
For real. Like this person said it can go to production. This person checked in the code. Like, come on.
And these people were part of the code review. All that stuff.
Yep. And this was the QA and they test case.
Definitely. But Sharice, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the topic to you. How do you feel about this debacle that's going on here?
Honestly, at this point, we've seen it so many times, and we are probably gonna see it some more, that I'm not really fazed by it. At this point, it's almost not an everyday thing, but it happens so often that it is what it is. Like and next time it happens, we're gonna make an uproar about it, and they might change it, they might not. Again, Atomic Heart didn't change theirs, but the fact that they did change it and they're changing it so quickly, I guess it kind of gives me hope that maybe some studios are listening to their customers, but I have very little hope. I guess I'm a wait and see type of person.
Sharice, the interesting thing is that Sony put out this statement. Sony told them to change it. It wasn't.
The game.
Yeah,
Sony's more of a global thing than like the publisher's gonna handle that.
Yeah, right. They kind of have to, because again, they don't want to lose out on that money. And some people might not buy this game because of that right there. Like I wasn't gonna buy it for other reasons, but now it just makes my decision not to buy it even better. So like, you gotta do what you gotta do to save face. You're trying to get all that dollar you can, and hey, if it's a quick fix, it's a quick fix. Then fix it.
No, it's just unfortunate that these types of things keeps finding itself into the gaming sphere. I know they said it was an accident, but man, the repetitiveness of it happening.
We too old to be having accidents when multi-million dollars is at stake, and consumer buying your product is concerned. There's like little room for error. With what they did was strictly like alienated a whole gang of people. It came from me. Oh, okay, it's good, but it ain't $70 good. So I might get it when it goes on sale till when it gets on PlayStation Plus in about a year, I'll play for free.
Or 2 or 3.
I don't care. I'll play it for free.
Because that's right.
At some point, it's like either you gonna like take what they give us and just let it be, or just have a voice on your wallet. And I'm getting old. I'm tired of that. I mean, personally, and most of the people are excited about the game. I get it. It's Souls-like. It got the Soulsy vibes on it, but y'all was more worried about the physique of the game, of the yams. Like y'all don't see yams in real life,
right? Like
y'all don't see enough yams in your life that you
know.
Khalif said they was some medium yams.
So I'm like, you're gonna have to learn how to like fight with your wallet. If they're not trying to hear us and on like what's not right or what they put in video games. We're just gonna have to learn how to not support that. It's
Definitely got to learn to talk with our wallets, because like you said, lady, we getting older out here. We ain't getting no younger. We tired of the same bull. You know, we need some people to see better and do better and know better, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
at least
we have like a 30.
Wild.
Yeah, and we have a 40 billion buying power too as a culture.
Exactly.
Like, a lot of people don't.
Somebody put out an article this week talking about how in the industry they're leaving like $30 billion on the table by not like catering to us.
Yeah,
Like that's wild.
Yes.
Hey, can I ask y'all a
Why do
question?
you think Tyler Perry's a millionaire? Well, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, right. Like he's filling a hole, you know.
How you thinking?
Yeah, and it's crazy too, because that shows even more like you don't even have to be like great necessarily in your writing, but because he's fulfilling a need that no one else is, like that's how he became so like what he is today, right? Because I mean, Medea was cool for what it was, but it wasn't like this like
That's right.
all
Like
groundbreaking
writing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she was groundbreaking in the plays.
that part. The plays hit.
The plays were.
I went to one. I was like, yo, this is great.
Yeah, there's a whole argument that could be made there that it capitalized on Black trauma. Like it's a whole argument.
For sure. And Black ghettoism too. Like,
that's it.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can make the argument with his stuff too, but like the Black dollar is vast.
It's strong. Can I ask y'all a question though? Because I'm not really sure. I'm not because I'm Black, of course, right? And that's kind of what I see, right? Is something that is hinted in a way that like Final Fantasy was that again, Rob? With the chicken and the afro?
Oh my god.
13.
Yeah.
So is this something that only happens to us? Or has there been like anti-Semitic stuff in video games? Has there been things that's happened with?
I mean, there is. We're just always the low-hanging fruit, and if it's not Black people, it's women, and if it's not women, it's Black women. You know what I mean? Like it's
right.
It's the low-hanging fruit.
You see it, but it's not as blatant.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
Because the world would be in an uproar if it was anti-Semitic, right? But when it's like Black people, there's always somebody or people out there justifying why we need to shut the fuck up.
Tell us how to feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Gaslight.
Tell us how we need to be feeling about it.
Or they call you that you're being a victim. Like,
isn't it great when it's us who are like, stop playing the victim? I'm like,
what?
Right.
Negro.
I can't just speak to what happened. I can't speak facts.
Right.
It's wild.
They just kind of want to shut you up because sometimes we are the victim. Sometimes things do bother us, man, and then they try to shame you into not talking.
How do you constitute change if you don't speak up about it? Like how?
Right.
Exactly.
You sit there and take it on. We've been doing that for the longest time.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's
bro. It is. Listen, it is the same people talking about ugly women in games, saying how we can't feel about our Blackness being represented in games. Like, how does that even? How does that make sense at all? You know what I mean? It's nuts.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother.
They going crazy. They need something in their life, bro. Something's going on. Something's in the water. I can't call it.
And we're in the most probably social era that we've ever been in with the internet, and they want us to shut up on some issues that's bothering us, which I find odd.